Hey, Tacky Bus. I feel like I'm missing out on something. What, Fallout 76? I like that they added NPCs. They're not like the NPCs we know right now, but yes, NPCs. Oh, I was adding a link for Twitter because it doesn't like to populate a link all the time when you're in the getting ready to go live. Oh, well, thank you, Johnny.
Did you need something, mademoiselle?
I did DM it to Monk. It said, this E-Thought right here is a bitch.
Violation of hotel policies may result in detention.
It's ironic that they're online talking about someone getting blocked for liking a specific person on
But we can't make the result.
YouTube. Yes, Unholy, I actually have him going in 1 year right now about similar but not identical individuals on the internet. Oh, shit, what was I doing before they started? No, Johnny and I had a good chat last night. We were agreeing about walking HR cases. That should improve it. It went back to my default settings for Twitch. Thank you, Techubus. No, and Techubus, I kind of instigated the other night. I was being a sarcastic asshat, like I normally am, because I don't take a lot of things on the internet seriously. Except for the news, like chat. Which, by the way, Johnny, that was me being sarcastic with you the other night, just so you know. I was sitting there being a smartass. Which is why I repeated the same term over and over. I'm going to all the places. I'm gonna go in a nuclear reactor, Techubus. I got power armor on, all good. Not only that's why I'm up right now streaming, because I gotta stay up so I can actually sleep today. I'm tired of going in on Wednesdays on like an hour of sleep. Let's see, I have gotten pissed off like 3 different times this week about like shit on Twitch, and it's all either involving girls or deer. Anthony, that doesn't work for everybody. They can't all cough at work, because for me they could be like, can you work from home? Yes. Shit. I am not helping out the sellers. I'm done their quest line, but I'm not gonna raid the vault with them because I want to sow seeds of chaos. Good. What kind of gun is it? All of the pew. Please don't be glitched this time. Oh shit, yeah, I can do this really quick too. It's good.
Enjoy your stay.
I'm playing Fallout 76. Techibus, I speak fluent sarcasm. MG42, restoring it to full auto. Oh my god.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
God damn it, I'm in my camp. Hey, Cynic. Oh god, let's not talk about edgy PC people. That's a not a thing. It's not a thing. It's a complete contradiction. Oxymoron. That's what it is. Techibus. Streaming is my hobby. It's not my job. I get to be mean on my channel if you want to be sarcastic. Because I can be sarcastic in very, very different ways. No, I just don't have to worry about $1 million paycheck getting cut. Well, my only paycheck getting cut. Like, it would be nice to have $1 million paycheck, but this... I'm not even monetized, obviously. So... Is it, what are you getting, a double feed with it, Unholy? No, Johnny, let it go for a while. I'm gonna let it build. We're gonna let this happen. I want some magic to happen here. It's kind of beautiful. I just let it play out for a little bit, and then I get bored. I love letting this shit happen. Sometimes. All the time. You clearly haven't watched me stream. Well, at least not when I was doing it regularly on Twitch. Because... Okay, but... thank God. Somebody I played World of Warcraft with for close to 10 years pretty much came into a stream as I was calling somebody a dickless wonder, and they had no idea what they were coming into. You, Techubus, are behaving yourself compared to him. But he was also dumb enough to try to make the car comparison, so I made the size comparison. Anthony, tiny girl brain only applies on Sinatra's stream. I'm the only brain in here. It's kind of hard to make a size comparison. I'm talking to myself essentially and just reading what you guys say. And I have the biggest brain. It's bigly. It's beautiful. It's the greatest brain ever. I can't do a New York accent like Trump. I can only do like Joycey accent when we're going fist pumping. It's gorgeous. Oh. Yeah, no, And see, that's why I would pay somebody to take care of that. But think about it, Johnny. If your grandma walked in and she had never seen like Twitch before, would she not think you're crazy and talking to yourself? I too suffer techubus. It's negative phallus. Like 99% of the time. There's that part where I'm with my boyfriend, but that doesn't really count because it's not mine. Technicalities, yeah. No, it's not just wrong. There is a time. If you're gonna cunt punt somebody, there is a time and a place for it. Some people, it's 100% of the time and any place, but that's not the point. See, exactly. You're getting paid a ton of money to fix it. I did not get paid a ton. I did not get paid a ton of money to fix planes, but I did it anyway because it was a contract. No, I'm talking about when I'm getting laid. That's about the only time. I mean, I guess I could buy a prosthetic, often featured in an adult film, but I'm gonna pass on that. Who was it? Actually, you can say that to somebody. I'm trying to remember who it was that was really impressive that did that in a movie. That did like something really impressive for a big girl. And I mean, like, made me look anorexic. It's actually not true. Shit. You actually, you know what? I take that back. You don't tell a fat chick that they're limber. However, Chris Farley was a fat man that was very limber. I did see the Chippendale thing. I've worn a mask literally once since this shit kicked off. I wanted to get my nails done that bad. I did ask if I could wear a gas mask, and they were actually okay with that. They were like, yeah, sure, it's a mask. It doesn't matter. Techubus, I am always serious. Why would you think I'm not serious? Just because I understand sarcasm doesn't mean I ever use it. I would never, ever, in 8 years of the military, or in a job where I can wear a t-shirt to every day, be sarcastic. I'm always serious. How dare you think I'm not serious? I think South Park was correct. It's cereal. Yes, I am also a fictional character. I am capable of things only seen in animation. Oh, I need that. Yes. Hello, Mrs. Balk. Is that like... Is Mr. a metalhead? Is he a metal chicken? Oh, Unholy. I can only play like 2 to 3 days a week because I work 12s. And I have to get everything done on Mondays or Tuesdays when most places are open. So possibly 3 days, especially if I can get all my stuff done in like a couple hours. No, because I like the money I make.
Do not attempt to flee. Action in 30 seconds. And quickly.
Oh, fuck you.
Clear the until order has been restored.
Yeah, I know, always lost. He's actually in my ear. I just heard him talk about Matt Lauer, and do they think because Blair White's last name is White, she's a white supremacist? Unholy, I don't advertise unless they ask me, because it's not my place. It's not my channel. But I'm finally active after listening since like 2016, when I still had to behave for the most part. Johnny, it's a weird divergence like Monkey was talking about on his show. I think it was last night, or it might have been the night before. I was kind of half asleep last night watching. I had been up for 21 hours by the time I went to bed. There's a weird divergence like in the 50s, which is why everything looks like it's the 50s in this game, and it's super retro. But one of the things about the Fallout universe that's really odd is in the early 21st century, China surpasses the US as the #1 consumer of fossil fuels. That was correct. That happened. A couple other things happened. China and the US get into a trade war and everything, and then they start drilling in the Pacific for the last major oil reserve up by Alaska, which, with the slowdown of the Alaska pipeline on that massive oil well, not exactly impossible. Unholy, I've put it in the Discord a couple times. I put it in like Ghastly's and Satsus where they have like a shill section.
Good. Why didn't Gail come for me? Oh, okay. But Gail would help me find Bunabun first. Are you gonna do that too? I'm not gonna leave until I find
Well, I
Bunabun.
slept for like 18 hours the morning before because my neck was acting up. Because I have neck issues. So I was just laying there with my head propped in a fixed position where I keep it perfectly straight like this. And I fell back asleep for several more hours.
I don't know. Are you? Yay! I knew you'd help.
Have fun, Unholy. Have a good night.
Maybe we'll also find a gun. We'll kill some robos. Shoot, shoot, shoot! And don't eat stuff that makes you too.
Yeah, it's seeking a divorce. I'm not going to give it a divorce. I'm disagreeing to the terms of the divorce settlement for my neck. We're gonna have to go back to mediation. I feel like this is gonna last like at least another 50 years because that happens. Yep. Yep. Oh no, not a husband. This is a domestic partnership. They're seeking palimony. Way too much. My neck is seeking way too much palimony for me. No, I got rid of the husband. Yes, my neck wants to separate from my body. That is a fact. It hates me. Pretty soon, I will be the definition that they were looking for when they named it Head and Shoulders. No neck.
I was wondering if you were coming back.
What am I lacking? Well, I mean, I don't want my head to be propped solely on my shoulders. It's gonna make things really awkward, like driving. Duh. Yeah, I have, Johnny, I have 5 out of 7 discs in my neck bulge. It's fun.
Is there anything better than raw asbestos?
Techubus. Why would I cling to a man that hates me? Because I'm a chick on the internet. We're all needy and clingy and we desire attention nonstop. And at my job, I'm only 77% as valuable as men. I don't even know why they have me there. They could find so much more efficiency if they swapped me for a superior gender. One of the 70. Techubus, I keep talking about my bulge because I want to make you very, very uncomfortable, and I want you to think about that as you go to sleep. To know that no matter the facial structure and the lack of Adam's apple, there is always the possibility of surprise. And you don't even have to go to Thailand to find it. Where the fuck is bulk lead? I need a shit ton of lead. It's not how long it is, it's the width. I'm unfortunately stuck with one of those. It's like a Coke can. I heard lead paint chips are delicious. Never got to try them. I'm a little young for them. They took them all away. They ruined my fun. Thanks, government, for being concerned about my safety. Just because some doctors thought it might have caused brain damage in me. That's not the only thing that can cause brain damage in a kid. You didn't completely protect us. Anthony, what am I getting brownie points for? I'm a little concerned. Johnny, don't let them cut you open. That shit's not worth it. I know too many people who have dealt with it and always lost on nothing else. I puff hard enough to sound like Darth Vader. They were amazing. Yes, Mrs. Balk. That is true. That is true. See? You thoughts don't have shit on me. That is correct. So, Johnny, back to what I was telling you. So they had that divergence in this universe. The weird thing is, so they're fighting over petroleum, but most of the cars, if you blow them up, you find out they're nuclear powered. give off tiny little mushroom clouds, and then you go past some of the gas stations that they talk about filling up. I think it's in Fallout 3 at the Chrysalim factory. They talk about having to refill the coolant system for the reactor in them.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Like the fusions, it's a hit or miss, and it's more misses than hits. Like the only people it really works for are those who are really bad off, like, or if it's immediate trauma where you need repair or you risk like paralysis, where it's basically just stopping the spine from collapse, like usually in really bad car accidents and stuff. I don't know, I wasn't in the army, Techubus. It was way too fab for that. I was fabulous.
Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival. Artisan's Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning, and the wilderness survival experience is our most popular.
For Bulkwood. No, Johnny's stuck in the same shitty boat I am. I know what did it to me. Mm-hmm. Well, you went through a lot of effort for it, Claire. So do you, Mrs. Bach. You know, a lot of people can change being jiggly, like I'm working to do. So glad the gym opened again. Can't change being a coward and having to change your name on the internet so the world doesn't know who you are. And my being a fat ass doesn't change the fact that I can move a literal ton of weight by myself, pushing it. So, meh. Oh no, I was called a fat ass on the internet. Oh my stars, I'm so devastated because that's totally the first time I've ever been called that. At least I'm willing to put my face on the internet. At least I'm not willing to create an account to talk just to talk shit that's not my normal account. I'll do it straight from my regular account. I think that says more about me than it says about other people. No, seriously, Techubus, that is my weight. I told you, I'm not sarcastic. I have literally moved a ton before. 2,096 pounds to be specific. The rule that the camera adds 15 pounds is not a lie. But sometimes it takes away almost 2,000 pounds. Because my vision's shit and I'm trying to read. I normally wear computer glasses, but mine reflect the monitors. Still not original, Mrs. Bach. Jesus. You know what? Actually, I'm getting annoyed because you're really fucking disappointing. There were 12-year-olds on Call of Duty that were far more creative than you guys. Are you 12? Are you? Because I have no idea who you are, not that I really care, but you're not creative. You're using the same old arguments that just random bored stoned guys use on the internet. Are you high? Come to think of it. I don't need to do shit. You're not my boss. You're not my mother. And yes, I do fucking talk like this to my mother. Probably a little over your head, Claire, but originality is not a good concept for you, clearly. Well, you for one, Techubus. You do realize before the days of streaming with your face, I actually got asked if I was a 12-year-old boy or a 300-pound hairy chick. I was in the Navy at that time. There's literally no way I could have weighed 300 pounds and gotten away with it. And yeah, I am American. Someone who's going to be on close to 20 hours awake again when I go to bed. Who really enjoys people that need to hide behind fake usernames. Now it's going to be figuring out okay, and sure. No, he'd probably give me my temper. That's about it. Alright, I'm back to talking to Johnny. So, Johnny, we went to war with China over oil, annexed Canada to access Alaska to fight them in Anchorage. Europe had already gone and bombed the Middle East because they ran out of oil and petroleum products, and then they got into a pissing match and bombed each other. So it's down to the US and China, and we pissed off Canada when we annexed them.
Sandwiches, subs, grinders, and hoagies
What the heck is a
are
John,
the
anyway?
same thing
I just
at
don't get it.
Sunny's. They are all ravioli.
Civilization is being rebuilt.
Trick
Right?
Sunny has a no. You need this upgrade. Your hardware is not compatible, but you need it.
I could really go for a hoagie. Sandwich.
There is only one Sunny. All other.
Well, in the Fallout universe, Canada doesn't apologize for everything. They get pissed at us. They start massive protests and actually start burning shit.
what you need.
Is it yins or yous or y'all?
I hope those tools do the trick.
Protect your flesh. Damage the flesh of others. Shop at Sunny's. Trade with Sunny. Sunny has what you need.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, how's it going, Samuel?
Protect your flesh.
I'm just happy to
Damage
find
the
you.
flesh of others.
Having a roof over my head.
Shop at Sunny's.
The one thing about this though that worries me is the fact that they cut a little things with years of events kind of close to what's actually happening. It just gives a different perspective to view. Well, I could see some things creating mass scale conflict. I'm not saying exactly like this because you have the whole idea that they never got past the 1950s, but the fact that they are similar to the US. So
Nice work at the Robco factory.
Yeah, I don't have a pistol anyway. I might, actually. I take that back. Just a machine gun.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space for just why?
There is a smelly surprise around every corner.
All right. I'll level with you guys really quick since I know there's at least one person bouncing with 3 tabs open between accounts to enjoy typing back and forth. I don't really care who you are. Clout became a thing with people like Logan Paul because all of these girls were clout chasers, or people like Logan Paul. It was around before them, but it became a very popular thing amongst their crowds. They were fucking them and then calling them whores and clout chasers. I was watching Sinatra and Ranting Monkey when I was on deployment in 2016. We weren't getting a lot of US stuff. Yes, okay, I'm more active and I talk now. It's fine, whatever. Call me a clout chasing fat ass. You're not exactly hurting my feelings. I think you're wasting your time. If you want to go troll somebody, I'm not the person to do it, because at that point, I'm just going to close the window where I'm watching chat and just kind of ignore your ass and then just play on the internet. Or read random news articles off. It's a hobby for me. I do it because I have the skill sets that I got close to 15 years ago. So you're kind of wasting your time. I made affiliate before I even started talking to those guys, and I can actually prove that on my Twitch through screenshots. So I made affiliate without those guys involved. I happen to like a lot of their points. I don't agree with all of them, but we do align. So if you're going to make the comparison, I have 5 different ways to go, okay, I can see where you got that from. However, here's why you're wrong. So if you're really bored, you can keep doing it, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because it's really, really easy to ignore people on the internet. I may not have kids, but I had a nephew who was annoying as shit. It's very easy to ignore people. Because I was actually trying to read if there was a legit question in there about the game, because I like this game, and Fallout 3 because I'm originally from the region that they both take place in. I have rafted under the New River Gorge Bridge, and I have driven over it. Hi, Oki. Right? I'd actually have to. Well, okay, so I would have to go to the gym and work a lot harder than I am, but you know, leg day I still eat, because leg day is like 700 calories burned easily. But I need to get back there. I've maintained what I've lost, but I need to go back because I need to lose more. But I would have to pay for a boob job. Oki, you're right. I would have to pay for a boob job if I wanted to clout chase and actually like make a career out of YouTube. I need lead. What the fuck? Okay, what if I go, what if I go to Middle East style and I just like cover up to here? I do like the Corona special and I cover all the way up to my nose and it's just eyes and then just like a giant sheet. Or I do entire body green screen except for my eyeballs, so all you see are eyeballs floating on the screen. Chroma key can be fun. You can make your whole body except your eyeballs disappear. Because all you gotta do is match the green, or at least get it almost toned the same.
Please don't stab other customers while they shop.
Yes, yes. So just random eyeballs and then boom, ankle. But only ankle. The shoes have to be covered in green as well. You literally see just the bone and the Achilles tendon. That's it. So it's like this much ankle. But it would have to be my left ankle because I rolled my ankle and I can't stand on my left foot very long. And that was almost 5 years ago I did that, and that shit's still screwed up. Oh, Claire, you're not paying for it. There's nothing to pay for. Again, hobby. Just a hobby. I work weird hours. I need things to fill my time. So getting a green screen and doing just eyeballs would not be too far-fetched for me. Yes. Three. I don't have red heels. I have black ones. How about we do it in a chroma key heel so they don't see the heel? It's just the curve. Or wait. Johnny. Idea here. You get a stream with your friends. Well, what needs to happen is my only other friends that broadcast are back in Florida. Shit. No, I think I could get Cynthia to do it. It's like one person provides ankle and the other one just provides eyeballs. And you put the ankle next to the eyeballs on the green screen, on chroma key.
Dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go in groups. It's
Techibus, I am not in Florida anymore.
out there.
Although I do miss Florida Man news. That was amazing. I saw the most amazing Florida Man pregnancy picture ever. Chick was holding a gator with a bottle, and they had like a shotgun and Bud Light with the Florida flag and cowboy boots on. I was like, yes, that picture, all of it. That is all Florida Man. You have states like Florida, Texas, Arizona, that are just like, Alabama, that are just like, book it. And you got that they just hate the federal government. And then you get Florida, there with Alabama as the, like, the crazy sidekick that jumps in at the wrong time. Like, you got Texas and Arizona. If you watch Second Amendment policy or freedom of speech and stuff, Texas and Arizona generally don't like when the government tries to start restricting them, and they'll just jump in. But they jump in and it's like, we're not even discussing that right now. What are you doing? Who gave Florida meth again? They'll just jump into this random part of the debate and that's not even on the table as part of the debate. It was like from 6 months ago.
You may find some here.
It's all relative in West Virginia, man. No. Kentucky is not a sidekick when it comes to Second Amendment arguments. Kentucky is just... Kentucky is not methed out sidekick to states fighting for Second Amendment rights. Kentucky's just methed out. They have their own method of operating. Pun intended. I'll see my... No, I won't see myself out. This is my fucking channel. Fuck that. I'm gonna be punny as hell. You almost think I'm from a Midwestern state with how corny I get. Hi, Becca. Girl, Becca, do you sleep? You are up at all crazy hours. Like, I work nights. I am a creature of the darkness. Oh, Becca, we were having a good talk last night. We were talking about that, we were actually talking about that article that Monk was reading that makes me angry because I know there are chicks like that out there, and they're the ones that go, you looked at me the wrong way, I'm taking you to HR. It's like, damn, Tattletale, just confront them. Just say some shit like, why the fuck are you looking at me like that? Is my shirt on inside out? What the fuck? Fuck if I know. I had two of them in here, Becca, who were saying one of them, Ms. Balk, was saying I was a clout chaser to Monkey, and Claire's just sitting there acting like they don't understand. I don't really give a shit. They can have fun. I'll respond sometimes. I mean, all they're doing is stating the obvious. Yes, I know I'm fat. It's because I like food, but not enough to be on either spectrum of the eating disorder. Plus, I'm done with fitness tests now after the Navy. You know, like, I'm gonna enjoy eating some shit for a while. I am at times a cripple. I'm gonna enjoy food. It did suck. I'm not in now, though. I got to 8 years and was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm gonna chew out the wrong person. Oh, and Claire, about to answer your question, Florida man is a search term on Google. It's very self-explanatory. It's in any other country would be the weird news segment that pops up once every year. No, Johnny, like, no, seriously, I got fat after the military. No. There's a point of enjoying no fitness test, and then there was me like, oh, eat everything. No, I'm not helping her right now.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
Thanks, Techubus, for believing in me. Finally, someone does. Claire, I do like Fallout 76. I think the hate was a little incorrect. What the fuck? This game does have glitches in it now. It's kind of like the New Vegas glitches.
I smell scrap. Well, not literally.
Oh, no. That is... Tech, you're adding nothing to the conversation. Stop. Overblown a little bit. There were a lot of problems at the beginning of the game. Razorfist did do good coverage of it, and it was hilarious with him just photoshopping Todd Howard's head into everything. Because Todd Howard, sometimes it's funny, him being self-aware of releasing Skyrim 10,000 times. Little cringy. Although, Key and Peele, did you see glitches in a bit that actually no, Oki, that New Vegas was made, it has glitches like New Vegas. New Vegas was made by the same people that made Knights of the Old Republic 2. That's why it's not surprising to me. It's not that it's a Fallout game, because it's not the same as Fallout 3, which was just software capability. Sorry, I'm just trying to... I mean, he uses a lot of fast talk and unique lingo to describe things. He was a poli-sci major, so he had to do public speaking, so it makes sense. So he uses lingo like that to fluff some of his stuff. It makes sense though. It has a flow that it works for him. Dude, you're gonna get shot in my house. Alright. That's cool. Johnny, you have a stalker. Is it super? Claire, I'm not mean. I'm blunt. There's a difference. Oh, fuck. I also don't run away and block people giving me shit on the internet, so there's that. I don't have a problem confronting people. You can ask. Johnny about the other day I was completely being sarcastic. Now, granted, I kind of instigated an argument. Johnny, you need to start messaging. You need to start messaging Becca when she hops into streams with you and just say, "Are you stalking me?" That would be super. Or do some Austin Powers impression, because he does something like that. I think it's in the second one. I haven't seen the second one in a while. Clear, I mean, he's not wrong. That is kind of what the internet, a lot of social media is. You're pretty much stalking people now with social media. Back in the day. Claire, will you be my stalker too? I want a stalker. I want a female stalker though. Can you like come in and tear up pillows? But only in the virtual world. I want a stalker, but I want to keep it like my channel really small, so I need to stay on like the really small scale. We don't even have to talk about it. You don't even have to find me on any other social media. Oh, no, clear. Techubus, it's a hobby. I keep my goals really, really low. So no. Clear, I don't need you. No, I'm not being mean. No, just come stalk me. I want a stalker, but only like in video games, not in real life. You can stalk me in video games. I'm okay with that. Johnny, you want to stop? I mean, do you want to promote stalking? Yes, I will sell it to you for 50% off. I give you the deal of a lifetime. I like you, Claire. How you doing? Yeah, girl. Yes! Score! Got a stalker. Let's make it like a Tuesday thing. Oh, my footage is... Hey Johnny, you remember back in PS1 before they had DualShocks? I actually have a working one of those consoles. It's at my mom's though, on the other side of the country. It's like 2,000 miles away. But I have to work Wednesday. What about every other Sunday? So like not this coming Sunday, but the following one. We do it then. Have your people call my people. Just, yeah. I don't have people, so it would be me. Well, Johnny, I brought that up because PS3, I'm trying to find my old capture card because I have Dino Crisis on PS3. And with Resident Evil 3 coming out, it reminded me about Dino Crisis. Yeah, we will. I mean, I still watch Monk's stream while I'm at work. Okay, I don't even do different voices. That's what I was telling, that's what I was telling, Sinatra the other day. It's probably why I got called a clout chaser earlier, because I watched Sinatra, who I've been watching since like 2016, and I watched Monkey and all. I got called a clout chaser earlier before you were here, which actually Okie, that was funny to get called Clout Chaser. Not because I had been watching him for so long, but because of how I actually ended up talking to both of them was all because I disagreed with something they said and actually had stuff to back it up. That's literally how I messaged them. Like, I don't agree because of A, B, and C instances. And here's why. And here are the results of these instances. I lived vicariously through angry people on the internet while I was in the military because we weren't allowed to get angry like that. Oh, hell yeah. Why didn't you say something? No. I usually cut their rewinds. I'm just more active now. Oh, fuck you. Oh yeah, I wasn't on a ship. I was P8, so I was kind of spoiled. I was just in Japan and Italy. Although we were supposed to go to Bahrain at one point. Score. Here value. Nope. Becca's a sweetheart. I don't have a fuse neck. That is incorrect. I just baby it when it acts up. Like I'm just getting over it doing. Dude, Johnny, they gingers and daywalkers are even worse than that. They are, what is it? Local anesthetics, and well, actually general anesthetics, they require more to have it be effective. A lot more. I remember Ghost Poo podcast, and I remember when Monkey was normally on at like 4, and Lady Monkey would join him quite a bit, and he would see her like get up for work, and she would stop in and see him. Yeah, and Oki. So I've watched Monkey for a while, and it's funny because I found Monkey through Sinatra, who I was shown by my LPO at the time. And it was actually like right before Trump got elected, right before I went to Scotland, because I was in Scotland when he got elected. And the Brits were asking us like, well, what do you think of the election? No, we really can't have an opinion on that. Because it doesn't matter who wins. Because I remember coming back and I was listening to them, and through them I ended up finding Undoomed. And it was like a vicious circle. It was a blur of a lot of YouTube. Undoomed, I sifted through all of them. It was like Armored Skeptic. I don't like him. I watched like 2 or 3 of his videos. I just couldn't get into his tone. Satirician. Tailed Feature. I watched, but that he was later on. It was Undoomed, because they were talking about like the Evergreen I distinctly remember coming back and hearing about the Evergreen College, and then the people that are promoting certain activities like James Gunn. What is his name? He calls himself an anarcho-comp and ANCAP, and I mainly just watched his videos on like guns and stuff, because the rest of the stuff on economics, it doesn't work. Just because you're gonna have somebody seize power because they like to control powers. Yes, I deleted him because he basically deleted all of his videos, and it kept popping up with alerts once he deleted his videos for his channel. Mr. Dabberton, yeah. Because it was like right after he got doxxed. I spent a lot of time on that deployment watching YouTube, because VPN was kind of sketchy. to watch, because I was watching At Midnight was still on the air at the time, and first of all, they were losing their minds because of the election, and then they were and then when they had people that weren't partaking in just acting completely insane, they did have I had intermittent internet connectivity issues, especially using a VPN, because Hulu didn't work in Italy at the time and Netflix was kind of sketchy, so I was kind of limited on my TV. I could watch to pretty much YouTube. Oki, when did you get out of the Navy? Techubus, I will agree with you to an extent. I didn't like how they put pistachios in everything in Sicily. I had to specifically find dishes that didn't have pistachios in them.
Why can't we just go in the door? Is it locked forever?
Oh, have fun. I'm just gonna stay here and do my thing and probably listen in on Polly, because I liked his random news the other night. He was okay. I was in high school then.
Okay, I'll wait here.
Oh, I like listening to Polly. I liked him talking about psycho girlfriends stalking their boyfriends to get them to break up with him. Nope, no way in. Oh no. Crawl through. Into the duct you go.
Oh, except this one time I did it and the vent. You worry too much. Dangerous is my middle name. Actually, I don't know what my middle name is, so now it's Dangerous. Now I just need a last name.
Succubus. It's only an accusation that should be lobbed at me on the internet.
What's this one do?
Oh, fuck. Were you on a carrier, Oki? Carrier or small boy, or were you on Docklanders?
That was funny. I pressed the button and more robos came out of hiding to play with me.
I'm not sharing my name. Moths in Arizona in the summer. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate that. Okay. The Rona's strong on carriers, too. I worked on P3s, but we changed over to the P8s.
Sorry, I keep forgetting you're not. She would have thought it was. Oh, I heard the thing.
Well, my name is Beline on most formats. Okie, dude, Polly just did the Twitch thought thing better than I could ever hope to do it, even if I was entitled. Like, dude, Jack C. Ripper was here the other night and he goes, "It's been an hour." I was like, yes. Hell yeah. did it. No. Fuck. Oh, Scheiße. Scheiße! I don't even know what Lampies is. I've never heard of that term. I know we got used to making fun of the sub guys. Because, well, they're sub guys. They were kind of weird. At least the ones we were dealing with by the time we were there. But like, you don't even see daylight. You're weird. How do you live with no daylight? Hide and go seek champs. Oh, see, we were using the term "but pirate" by the time I was there. Ha. Okay. Come here, Sergeant Getsy. Or Lieutenant Getsy. Oh, there you are. Colonel Getsy. Worth it. Oh, fuck. Who the hell? Oh. Yes. Yes. I was told I wasn't real Navy because I lived in hotels on deployment. That is 100% true. On deployment to Japan to get hammered. Oh, attach themselves to the nearest officer. Well, I guess in the P8 world, with us working out of the Paraloft a lot, we saw all the officers, so we knew who was getting friendly to who, and then we just look at them and be like, "You're a little bitch." You look at him and be like, "Nah, you're kind of a bitch." You're getting dog food, kid. I'm not giving you the pop or the pumpkin pie this time. Although this joke, hi, starving, I'm the lean, sounds like a joke I would send my boyfriend, because he's done the I'm hungry and I'm like, hi, I'm Trish, nice to meet you. He's like, I'm done with you right now.
I hope it's something tasty. Yum, that's perfect. Thank you. All these locked doors. Don't worry, I'll get it open. Okay, folks, I can do my bye.
Oh, no. Okay, no. That means there's 3 types, dude. There's the types that say, well, the regs don't spell it out. And then there's also, well, technically, I read it this way because it's kind of vague. There's like the weird middle ground people. It's like, or they're actually not even a middle ground. They go even more extreme. Well, technically, it doesn't explicitly say unauthorized. It just says discouraged. That means like you don't approve of it, but you're not banning me from it. We discourage you from drinking a lot, but we're not banning you from it. Pfft, I'm in Malaysia with a club on the top floor of my hotel. That's a suggestion. Fuck, where's this bot? I hate that robot so very much. Oh, and as for the people who never... Oh yeah, no, that's the same principle. They say if you come to work so drunk you can't function, you're going to get in trouble. If you drink so much at night on deployment, you cannot function the next day, you're in trouble. Let me rephrase that. That's not saying don't come to work still feeling the effects of alcohol. That's just saying you better be able to function. I went to Thailand. I functioned the next day. Bars were cheap there. A little too cheap. It was kind of dangerous for me. I got carried because I was moving too slow. Because that's all alcohol really does to me, is it might make me a little bit louder, which I'm from the East Coast, so I'm already loud. And it made me slower. I was a senior E5 who never. I can actually be proud of myself. I never caused an international incident. I did go to Captain's Mass, but it was because I was kind of an ass. And I told people, like, yeah, I already fucking did that. Why are you asking about something that's been done for like 3 hours? Instead of checking the maintenance logs. And our officers delayed a plane leaving by like 4 hours because our curfew was midnight. So they said, oh, we have a curfew till midnight. Aircrew has to stop drinking 12 hours before flying. We're leaving at noon tomorrow. It was our OIC's last go before he went to the RAG. It was pretty awesome. Oh, that was my neck. Oh, that went away. Good. Sorry, that was a weird face I made, but that just was like up into my skull pain. And screaming is not an option right now because there's somebody in this house asleep and I don't want them waking up.
I can help you get stuff you want too. Gonna get some cool stuff for my new friend. Then we're gonna kill some robos and get my bunny. When you're playing with that old thing, I'm gonna go back into the vent and I'm gonna follow those stinky poops till they lead me to Bunnabun. See ya!
Well, we didn't get that kind of speech. It was, they tried to take a more serious approach about it, but of course, it was more of a, we're not saying girls have falsely accused people before, but it happens, but we're still gonna prosecute the dude as if it happened. That's how they treated it. It was this weird mixed ground where it was, well, we know these things happen, but we're not gonna take you seriously on it. It was actually kind of painful to watch. It was a strange world because I couldn't make any sense of them doing that and kind of brief and making that logic when it was like, okay, so you're not gonna let the dude defend himself, and she gets to go, oh, I regret it and I got caught on the walk of shame, and now my husband's gonna divorce me. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, damn, I went on deployment and my divorce was just, I'm sick of your shit. And then I just went back and was like, alright, well, I'm gonna go drink now. Guess I'm getting divorced now. Some people lost their minds with that shit, and I guarantee that's where some of the accusations of misconduct came from that they cite people on. I got the speech from our maintenance master chief, which was basically like, you haven't been on deployment before. Here's what happens. Everybody gets drunk and they start sleeping around. He's like, I know you better than that. Like, just go drink, have your good time, function like you used to on when I was living on base and I was working at the RAG squadron, because I picked orders to there first. It just turned into, you know how I am. Yes, Master Chief. All right, so our check-in's going to be short. It's deployment, so people being away from their significant others are going to act dumb. Remember that. Steel scrap. Alright, that's taken care of. Cool.
Hostile target identified.
Oh yeah. Well, that's for officers. It's so very different because so we'd have division records, as you know, and if the CO dismissed a mask against you, they usually just threw it in the division record, and then it never actually like formally went up because they don't have to put it in your military record. Like mine's not in my military record. They dismissed mine. But it was a lot easier to dismiss my mast because mine was just for being an ass. It was insubordination charge. Hurting people's feelings by being brutally honest, because it's kinder and gentler now. So they did that, and then they took me there, but there were people getting like DUIs in foreign countries and wrecking cars and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier to dismiss mine than to try to push the other thing under the rug. And that letter, it doesn't quite end careers anymore, but they have gone very much to a good old boys club. Where the fuck is this kid going? Well, they, with them changing some of the, filing statuses, makes it a little bit more different. Oh, a lot of that stuff changed in... See, I joined in 2009. 2010, I was at the RAG. It was kind of... like, don't go to hotel parties. You're fucked if you do. That was in Pensacola. Where the hell was it?
I was only a little scared, but not really. Still had fun, okay?
I want to say it was like end of 2011, beginning of 2012 was when they really started pushing that stuff. because it was like right before I went on deployment. It was basically when Don't Ask, Don't Tell got repealed. Because at the end of 2012, you do not get kicked out for taping too high. You don't even fail the fitness exam.
Me too. Thanks for killing the shooty things and helping me get out of there. Oh, so there was an old skeleton in the vents? He had a key and a piece of paper with something on it.
Yeah, that was
Try to find my bun though. Bye!
the fitness test, and you don't, it's not like the fail 3 in a row and you're instantly processed out. You're just not allowed to re-enlist until you pass one. So if you fail 3 like right before re-enlistment, they just stop you from re-enlisting now. Oh shit. I know I watched them basically cover for a guy who failed SARC. So, and then he ended up come on out. I'm trying to think. There was something about it. There was something else that was really specific that I watched change where it didn't get you kicked out anymore. I mean, I know one of my things that basically got me fired as an E5 from supervising was because after writing counseling shit against an E4, I got counseled right in front of him and told I was being too difficult on him. So that was kind of interesting. It's turning into more of a business. I got out and I'm recalling that now as I'm seeing the well, if you do this and it's misconstrued the wrong way, somebody can take it this way, and blah blah blah. Here we go. This is where this quest glitched up last time. You know how you get locked in certain things?
Bunnabun, and now we can go back and. I like.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm done with this mission.
Scary. And
She is like a little kid, and that's kind of annoying.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! You can even sleep with us in Gil's. Don't know what that is, but but first I want to go home.
Okay, well, let's
I missed you, Bunnabun.
go home. Come on. Yeah, this was definitely set up as like a gauntlet style. Finally. No more moths. Do. Oh, I need those. Oki, are you a creature of the darkness just like me? Who lives at nighttime? 24 out of 385. Alright, I'm good there. Oh, welcome to everybody watching. Probably gonna go for like another 30 roughly because I have to I have the pets to feed on a schedule.
Irie hooked me up with some pretty sweet.
Meg, I'm back. I'm back. Cousin Kyle. Damn, he pissed her off.
I don't see Gale over here. Oh, hey, if it ain't Sep. Gale seemed pretty happy to see Rara. Still, I'm pissed no one around here would lift a finger for him, so guess I'm glad you came by. Oh, look at you, all humble. That little girl just might be the only reason Gale's so glad you asked. The vault we're breaking into is gonna have a lot of security. The kind explosions and muscle ain't gonna.
Well, yeah, it's the nation's gold reserves. Of course, it's gonna have security.
To get the job done. Gentleman Johnny, 2 guns.
Oh, it's this guy's stuff. He's like, he's dressed like he wants to be James Bond or Archer, which is pretty amazing.
So here's what's what. Johnny's the real deal. Best guy I got. I won't do this job without him. Think of him as an insurance policy. Thing is, on account of him being so critical to our success, he thinks he gets to do as he pleases.
What?
To some degree, that's true. That being said, he can be fickle. If he doesn't want to do a job, well then Johnny doesn't do a job. Since you know what's at stake here better than I do, I want you to see if you can't convince him this is the right job for him. You dig? luck, 7-6. He may.
It is that time of night. Can't really blame you there. Most people are not awake at this time.
Hey there, Vault Dweller. I've heard all about yours, so I'll spare you the time.
I have like
In all that
30 more minutes roughly that I'm doing, and then I gotta go feed the pets and take care of them, and then I'm going to bed. So, welcome back to the world of the conscious, Techubus.
Hey, catch! Before I sign on, you've got the kind of skills I need to help pull off. Okay, fine. It's a catch. Is that what you needed to hear? So here's what's what. I used to run jobs with my partner, Hal. Hal's a dear old friend. Hal and I went our separate ways.
This is the guy whose mission I was waiting to do because he's dressed like he wants to be James Bond, but the quest plan sounds more like an Archer plan. And that's pretty amazing. Not where I am. I'm not in Florida. A dog and a cat. And the cat's on a schedule. He gets grumpy.
Now, Hal isn't much of a fighter. I want to pass you off as my slave. I'll make a deal to... Once you get into the slave quarters, you and Hal...
Understandable, Oki. It's normal people wake up time. I just have spent a long time on nights. So I get tired at the end of it, but I'm able to stay up to flip back usually. I just have to flip to days just to get a couple things done. Have a good day, Oki. I gotta go participate in a scheme. Why am I hearing about this?
wondering if you were coming. I just need a bit of time to make sure this scanner upgrade module that you found will work with this particular console. In the meantime, I found some sort of emergency supplies crate that must have splintered off while the ship broke apart. Might just be a crate of space food. Heck, it could even be me. I doubt it is. Anyway, I'm sure it's astronaut. Affirmative. Out.
What? I'm hearing a description of a hacker as Naughty Boy. What the fuck? Where else was there? Great. I believe there was a fusion core here. I don't really want to go into this fight without a fusion core. Another one. I might have to load up on them later before I go into this fight. Army cigar box. I don't need a cigar box. I believe there is something down there. There's a bed. Power. Not in there. This is where the army was staying, but there was... Shit, what bunker is it that has the... Shit, where can I get fusion cores like that? One of the bunkers has them. I want to say it's this abandoned bunker. No, not the abandoned bunker. Ella's bunker? Maybe? Okay, so this site doesn't work for it. Strangler pod, Metats, medics. I don't believe I have this holotape.
To my dearest Abigail Calvin, I've instructed Ella to give you this holotape on the my wishes.
These are my wishes.
I expect you to as well. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's. I've still got plenty of time to live a normal life.
Parkinson's. Was it Parkinson's?
My health will deteriorate,
especially in these dark times. If everything has gone according to plan, hopefully my death has meant something. Please understand why I chose not to tell you. Abby, you are smart enough to see I'll work through till the end. Calvin, you're turning into such a fine young man. Your mother would have been proud, but not as proud as me. You two, take care of each other. You're going to make it through this. I know it.
Do no harm but take no shit. That's a pretty good slogan. Scissors, surgical tray, surgical scalpel. Not anything in there. Cigarettes. Voss? Voss is us. I owe you whiskey. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Here's the gym. I owe you toilet paper. Somebody had toilet paper for sale for 25,000 caps in this game. It was alright, well played, well played. Good work with that one. I see what you have done here, very nice. And yes, I have seen what you typed in chat. I'm sure there's an OnlyFans account out there that will satisfy your needs. Have your credit card ready. One more bunker. Damn it. Let's see. Nothing worthy taking. I don't know why I used the paperclip. Oh well. Ransack account, entry terminal plus. Where's he close? There's something in there. See nothing there. The water. There's a lot of people living in this bunker. Holy shit. Ah, yes, there is the beckoning from the feline overlord. And on that note, It is time for me to go.